1 month was all it took for me, a car guy, to decide I needed to sell my 2019 Model S Performance, and I'm gonna tell you why. Alright, so I will get to why I sold the Model S here in a second, but first I gotta do a big update because a lot of things have changed. So my red E63, it has been sold to a viewer, so it is in good hands, but don't you worry, because I am lazy. I still have a backlog of 212 videos I haven't even edited yet, and I still have a couple friends that live here locally that I work on their 212s all the time, so there will be plenty more 212 videos. But this is exciting because now I get to search for a 213. So I am currently shopping for one, and let me tell you about one I found. So I found a one of one 2019 E63. It has a custom ordered paint job, custom ordered interior, all carbon fiber, just absolutely gorgeous. And I've been working with the dealer for a week. So I'm going to kind of Tarantino that story. We'll come back to that in here in a second, but let's just talk about cars in general. Cars are a huge thing for me, and I pick cars based on their mission. So some cars do things that other cars can't, quite simply. And so I will pick the car that does the best thing for that mission. For example, an A10 Warthog, nobody's getting angry at A10 Warthog because it can't go Mach 2 because it does certain things extremely well. So for me, I will always have an off-road car. Currently, that is my Blazer because it is the perfect off-road car for me. I will never use that as my family grocery getter, and I will never take that around a track. I have my 355 and my 430. Both of those cars have a specific mission. They're fun weekend cars that just cannot be beat for their value and just the smile that they put on their face. I will always have a sports sedan like an E63 because that is my favorite genre of cars, and I love driving a car like that. But now I also need to drive about 25,000 miles a year in my commute to work, and I am not a Corolla or Prius guy. So I was using the Jeep Grand Cherokee because it was just a very comfortable car, and because we got solar, I ended up trying out that 2019 Model S Performance. So I drove that Tesla for a few weeks, and honestly guys, it changed me. That thing is awesome. Like, as a commuter, it cannot be beat. I explained that in my last video. It's quick, it's comfortable, it has a good stereo, it has all the tech you want, and it's completely worry-free. I have enough cars I need to worry about. Having the Tesla as a daily was just a great thing, but it did have some shortcomings, and I'll go over that in a second. Now, going full Tarantino back to that one of one Mercedes, after a few back and forths with the dealership, I made them an offer, they accepted, great, sent them a deposit, bought a plane ticket, and they gave me a call saying, hey, we are really sorry, but in that 10 minutes between the time we told you to give a deposit and when you gave the deposit, we took another deposit on the car from another salesman, and it is sold. We're very sorry. So naturally, I'm upset. They're very apologetic. So I used that as leverage to buy another car that they had, which so happened to be this car. So this is a 2021 Model S Plaid, and I sold the other Tesla. So yeah, I know as car guys, we're supposed to hate Teslas, right? That's what they say. But you know what became apparent, especially over the last couple months? Hate causes a derangement syndrome in you that robs you of all rational thought and reasoning and joy. And I'm not gonna let a stereotype rob me of the joy of driving the fastest car that you can buy right now as my daily driver. Come on, guys. Everything I loved about my old Tesla is in this Tesla, and everything I hated about that Tesla is fixed in this one. And this one is an absolute perfected beast. So remember, missions. This is not my 430. This is not my Mercedes. This is my daily driver, and my daily driver is the fastest car that you can buy right now, which is just crazy. Now, depreciation has hit these hard. The prices are down a lot. They're very, very affordable. This one had an MSRP with the full self-driving over $155,000, and I bought that for like a third of that. So you cannot beat that price. So back to what I hated on the 2019. So they were quick off the line, 0 to 60 in like 2.7-ish or whatever. But after 60 miles an hour, they kind of just fell on their face. In fact, 60 to 130 times, the 430 and the Mercedes came in about 9 seconds, 9.5 seconds. The Model S Performance was about 10 seconds. So it was actually slower than those two cars. This car, 4.5 seconds. To put the speed in perspective, my Mercedes would trap about, 122.25 miles, get there in under 12 seconds. This thing gets to 122 miles an hour in half of the time of my E63. Half. And it's my daily driver. How cool is that? I guess it wouldn't be a reveal video unless I actually showed you the car. So here is a 21 Plaid. Everything cosmetic I didn't like about the 19 they fixed on this. So the totally new front bumper design, new headlights, The fenders have been flared out 2 inches in the front, and the hips are wider in the rear by about 2 inches. Overall, I just think the design on this, they really did a good job. It looks like just a really nice, clean looking sedan. Nothing over the top futuristic. I love the wide stance and the wide tires. So yes, I didn't get my one of one E63 yet, but all hope is not lost because this thing still actually sounds like an E63. All right, one more thing for you guys to make fun of me, but anyway, I laugh every time I hear that. That is an actual E63 burble sound. I think it's a good looking car. I think they've made vast improvements over the 2019, and I would actually put that up against basically any of my favorite sports sedans, at least after you lower it and kind of stance it like I have. So I'll let you guys in a little secret. At my workplace, there is a bunch of hardcore car guys, and I would classify most of them as never EVers, kind of like how I was. But this thing has Sentry mode, so that means if you get close to it, it actually records you. And I've watched videos of all of them doing multiple laps around this thing on multiple different days. In fact, they all come up to me. Everybody wants a ride because they want to know what a 9-second quarter mile feels like. And honestly, it feels pretty bonkers. And while a 9-second quarter mile is awesome, that is just the beginning of the perks. So you never have to put gas in this thing ever. You never have to get into a cold car ever. You never have to get into a hot car ever. You never have to wait for the thing to warm up. You can pull out of your driveway on a cold winter day and punch it and it won't hurt the car whatsoever. They literally, in the daily category, cannot be beat. And that's just not a play on words because they literally cannot be beat. This is the fastest car you can buy accelerating wise, regardless of money. Tiny asterisk there. There's a prototype Regala and there's a Lucid Sapphire, but good luck trying to find either one of those. But you cannot find another car, Ferrari, Lamborghini, whatever, that's faster than this car. Probably one of the biggest upgrades from the 2019 is it no longer takes 45 minutes to get into Ludicrous Plus mode. This one will go into its drag mode in less than 2 minutes, and even outside of drag mode, it's just as fast. So my real world draggy times, real world 0 to 60 is under 2 seconds. Real world quarter mile 9.3 at 155. And a real world 60 to 130 is 4.5 seconds, which if you're paying attention, that is half the time of a W213 60-130 and about 70% faster than the Model S Performance was 60 to 130. This thing is just insanely quick. And you can have this as your daily driver for less than the cost of the average new car in America, which I think is just bonkers. So this one I got 19,000 miles, full self-driving, perfect history, one owner. I mean, you really can't beat that at all. Either way, thanks for watching, guys. There's lots of videos coming out on this. There is a headlight video coming out already, a lowering video coming out already, and a alignment video coming out already. And there will be 212 E63 videos coming out, and there will be 213 E60 videos coming out, hopefully as soon as I can find some kind of special E63. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys.